Hey guys, me Phoenix guys. I want to talk to you guys about Barcelona versus Levante. This game is a very frustrating game. And I'm not necessarily annoyed by the fact that we lost. I know it's kind of obvious. But I've noticed and I've come to a conclusion. And here is what I think is happening. Correct me if I'm wrong. This club really doesn't have a structure. This club is just doesn't have a structure. This club, all it is, it's a Messi club. It's a club that's built around Messi. And we've seen so many times, Messi has helped this club escape so many bad defeats. Inter Milan saved us. Slavia Praha saved us. Okay, those are some two games. Liverpool saved us there. You can see the general trend here. And you can see and how fundamentally weak this club is. And despite the fact that Suarez has been in great form, scored so many goals for us, and he is currently the leading goal scorer for La Liga and Champions League, or domestically, he's the leading goal scorer in all competitions. This club, Luis Suarez, has only really been at this current state because of Messi. I understand that Luis Suarez is an incredible player. Don't get me wrong. I love Luis Suarez. I think he's a tremendous player. But the problem with me is that we can't just use Luis Suarez for 90 minutes and get a goal. Because that's a waste. It takes so long for him to score, and it doesn't justify him staying on the pitch for 90 minutes. Because trust me, whenever he does score a brace or even a goal, most of the time he hasn't really performed for like a 90-minute period. He hasn't played very well for 90 minutes. And that's a huge problem. Now, I get it if he had so many chances, he has so many times, and he scored 2 goals, then I understand. But the thing is, he doesn't take a lot of chances, and that's the problem. Because we can't afford to drop our players like that. And we have so many people on the bench. And I say we interchangeably, I mean Barcelona, okay? And the biggest problem I have is just this club is just a mess. It really is a mess. It doesn't have a structure. And I told you guys before that this club is fundamentally a club around Messi. And I am so worried about the fact whenever Messi is not here, how will Barcelona do? Because I don't even know if this club could win. Because this season, we're really being down to earth. It really is evident. The fact that we've lost 3 times in La Liga. Let me check something real quick. And to see how awful, atrocious this is. Okay. La Liga 2018 to 2019. Let's look at this. Let's look at the last season. Last season, Barcelona lost 3 times. And guess what? Barcelona have lost 3 times. This season, they have lost 3 times. Now, they did get a lot of draws. 9 draws. Currently, there's been 1 draw. So you can tell right now that this club is not doing good. And if they lose one more time, they're going to statistically do worse than last season. And this season is going to be the huge point. And I think this season alone, I hope that Ernesto Valverde gets sacked. There's none of this. Oh, I'm just being. It's rude. Valverde deserves to be sacked. Any manager that doesn't understand the club should not be here. And trust me, I am not saying he is a terrible manager. He cannot manage a big club. Managing a big club and a small club are totally different things, and you have a lot of different expectations, and a lot of people have different feelings. Wow. Pizarro took 2 shots, baby. Wow, that's a nice goal celebration. I just got this new player, guys, by the way. Bond hits the goalpost, unlucky. In for the rebound. Oh my word. That's a nice finish. That's a nice finish. Anyways, as I was saying, it's so atrocious and how things have been, and that this club is just terrible. It's terrible. I mean, there is no no word to describe how bad this club has become. And as I've said before, Barcelona at the end of the day have been a club centered around their talisman, Lionel Messi. And it's been very evident. And now on to the game. Barcelona were leading. And interestingly enough, both Manchester City and Liverpool were also trailing. But did they lose? No. They won. Now, I understand Bayern Munich got trashed. But other than that, Man City and Liverpool came from behind in literally games that you wouldn't even expect. Like, even normal person, would not predict Liverpool to come from behind. I mean, they scored in the 87th minute, if I'm not mistaken. I might be wrong about that. It took them 87 minutes to score 2 goals. And the 94th minute, and the Aston Villa were leading for the majority of the game. If Barcelona were in Liverpool's case, Aston Villa could have possibly trashed this team. 3-1. Bayern. Oh, Bayern. 3-1. 3-1. Oh. And as I said before, it's been awful. It's been trash. It's been disgusting. I don't know what's happened with this club. And how many more signs will it take for Valverde to be sacked? And if it wasn't already enough, that Roma and Liverpool game, Roma I will excuse. I will understand. Roma is okay. I am not blaming. But he really should not be here after this last season. He shouldn't be managing Barcelona. And I hope this is his last year because he does not deserve another year. And with the way Barcelona's been playing, I don't expect them to win La Liga. Which, by all means, is a thing they should be winning. Because both Real Madrid and Atletico Madrid have been both underperforming, underwhelming. And with this win, and if Real Madrid wins today, which is currently happening right now, if Real Madrid wins, they will be top of the group table. And I love how everyone's ripping apart Real Madrid, despite the fact they've only lost once in La Liga. And Barcelona, on the other hand, have lost 3 times. None of the other big teams in this La Liga have lost 3 times. Now, they did get a fair bit of draws, especially Atletico Madrid. But at least they're drawing. As I said before, it's just been awful. I don't know what's happening. I really don't know what's going on. I'm sorry I haven't really been talking too much from a game perspective. But the truth is there really any point to talk about this game? I mean, is there really any point? Let's go to the Ernesto Valverde, this part. Ernesto Valverde chose this squad. And Griezmann finally plays center forward. And finally Luis Suarez gets injured. I'm not happy that he got injured. But I am glad that Griezmann got his chance to be in the middle. Because he can't play as a left winger. He just can't. But unfortunately, Ernesto Valverde made 2 crucial mistakes. When Luis Suarez is injured, he took on Carlos Perez. I have nothing against Carlos Perez. I have nothing against this guy. This guy is not his fault. It's not his fault. But the thing is, you've already introduced Ansu Fati after his performance against Real Valladolid, and the fact that he scored 2 for us. I don't know. I mean, he was the guy that we needed. And then Sergio Busquets for Arturo Vidal. Like, you subbed on Sergio Busquets for Sergio Busquets doesn't have any. He can't run that fast. He isn't the type of person. He's a slow guy, man. He can't keep up with Levante. Levante is a very highly energetic team. It doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense. Do you put a tortoise on when you're trying to win the race? Obviously, no. These decisions, as a whole, are just stupid. And I've come to the conclusion, as I told you before, even without Messi, this club should be more than capable of not beating Levante. And even with Messi, things can't always be saved. And that's the giant truth. And despite the fact that they were on a winning streak of 7 matches in a row, they weren't that good in all 7 matches. They were really decent in some of those matches. I'll give them that. But as a collective unit, most of those games were deceived by the fact of Lionel Messi. Lionel Messi has deceived this club. And in my opinion, Lionel Messi has brought this club too much fortune. And it's very evidently clear that Lionel Messi has both made Barcelona a great team, but a terrible team. Now, I understand that many of you guys are going to say, what? A terrible team? How was this, man? I will say this for any guy. Even Ronaldo's case, I would probably argue the same thing. Anytime you have a very good talisman, a talisman you could always rely on, there comes to a point where they over-rely on you. You know what I mean by over-rely? I mean as in they count on you. When the whole team is underperforming, they expect you to deliver. And this is a huge problem. And I feel like this is the case for Barcelona. And you could probably argue Juventus. Juventus are also having this problem too. Because Juventus as a whole did not look good in the last year's Champions League. I mean, I'm trying to get the Juventus thing too, because I know some of you guys are going to say, oh, you're a Messi hater, you're a Messi hater. No, it's very evidently true. Heck, even, what's the club called again? Juventus. Like, Juventus weren't that good as a unit as a whole last year in the Champions League. They weren't good at all. Like, the only reason they made it that far was because of Ronaldo. I mean, clearly he was the one that scored the hat-trick against... I mean, I don't know. I don't really follow Juventus too much, to be honest, so I probably can't comment too much. But what I'm saying is that Juventus aren't a very collective team. It's come to a one-man team, and that's how Argentina is. And I feel like Argentina and Barcelona have kind of going the same pattern. And I don't know what's happening. It's just been pathetic, and I can't believe I'm saying this. I think Argentina have a better... I think Argentina are doing a lot better than Barcelona is at the current moment, which is something I would never expect to say. I know, I understand it is international. Obviously, it is kind of a farce to compare the two, because obviously in international you have a lot less games, and you're going to face much weaker opponents, and obviously it's probably easier to win you could make an argument if it's easier to win the World Cup, but still, regardless of the case, it's been atrocious. I just don't understand what's going on in Barcelona. I really hope things can quickly change. And the only reason they're a big powerhouse is because they're Camp Nou. Camp Nou, it's a fortress. Camp Nou is a fortress, and without Camp Nou, this club would be nothing. So I'm sorry to ruin your weekends, guys. I understand, and I'm disappointed too. But sometimes there are two things I've noticed as a huge problem. Number one is mentality. Barcelona do not have mentality at all. And that's a huge problem. That's a huge problem. And this is a big reason why, in my opinion, things will be the same. And if they continue playing like this, don't be surprised if they go out embarrassingly in the Champions League. And my bet is Chelsea. Chelsea will destroy Barcelona. Mark my words, guys. When Chelsea and Barcelona meet, Camp Nou, Barcelona will win. The waylay, Chelsea will come out of nowhere, and Christian Pulisic will embarrass this club. Maybe not Christian Pulisic necessarily, but this club will get embarrassed. Mark my words, guys. Mark my words. This club will get embarrassed yet again in the Champions League, and they might not even go to the glory land. They were really fortunate enough to even last season to reach the final. And for them, not final, my bad, semi-final. And then when they really had to go for it, which was against Liverpool, they failed. So, yeah, mentality is a huge problem. And they have to have some self-confidence, man. And not just Messi. This whole team needs to work. And this isn't down to Ernesto Valverde problem. This is a player's problem. I don't understand why the players don't feel like performing at their very best if they're paid high salary. For goodness sakes, guys. if you're paid so much money, wouldn't you want to perform? I mean, that's the common sense, right? But it doesn't seem like that. Number 2. Valverde is too relaxed. I keep hearing this club gives a lot of salary. I keep hearing that the players get a day off. I keep hearing that PK. I even heard this situation, and this was a situation that really exposed Ernesto Valverde, in my opinion. In the 90th minute. So Gerard Piqué, he had to go somewhere for tennis. And guess what? Ernesto Valverde saying, no, you cannot. You will miss the match. Guess what? Gerard Piqué still went. And then Ernesto Valverde is like, okay, you're back in the team. It's so annoying that they didn't even go to the fact that he deliberately disobeyed the coach. And Ernesto Valverde himself didn't even address it. He just acted like as if nothing happened. That, for me, is not a Barcelona coach. That is a terrible coach. And for me, if you were my coach, I would sack you. I would sack you, man. Like, I'm deadly serious. I would sack you. Because you're making these players not work at their very best, and it's your responsibility. You know I made that argument earlier. I said it's not Ernesto Valverde's fault. It's both the players and Ernesto Valverde's fault. Like, that should not happen. Okay? The players themselves should know that they should never do that. In my opinion, Gerard Piqué is done. He should retire from Barcelona. He is done. Okay? I am sorry. He is a great guy. But he's too old. It's clearly evident that Gerard Piqué needs to be swapped. We need to have someone fresh because he keeps giving the ball away. And a lot of the goals we concede this season are lazy goals. Or simply goals, mistakes in defending. It's proper defending. You can't even defend your net. And here's the thing, and another problem that I always come down to notice. For some reason, when there's a player trying to get to a cross, Barcelona doesn't react. They don't try to stop him. They try to stop him when he's in the box. Like, what kind of mentality is that? What kind of attitude is that? Do you give the... Okay, imagine me going to school, right? And then there was a guy... Imagine someone was trying to kill me. And then you're gonna let the killer go to your body first, and then you're gonna react? Obviously, no! Okay? I'm sorry. But that is stupidity. There is no reason why you should do that. It doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense. And this is the problem that Barcelona's always been struggling with. And it's very evidently clear. I'm sorry to end this in a downer, but two main ways to fix this. Number 1, fix the mentality. This is psychology. Try to address this. The fact that you've gone out in the Champions League so many times embarrassingly by the way leg, something needs to be done. And if something's not done, this club will get embarrassed yet again. Mark my words. Maybe not Chelsea will embarrass them, but a very good team, a very spirited team, a very well-worked team. Juventus, possibly. No, I don't see Juventus. I don't see Juventus. Chelsea. Liverpool already did this, so let's count them out. Man City, I could see doing it. I could even see Atletico Madrid. I could even see Real Madrid. Yes, guys. Even Real Madrid is capable. So I hope you guys enjoy this video. Let's try to win this game, by the way. And then actually, let me end this game first. Really hope it's a goal. And it's a goal. Abraham, boy. Fisher. Oof. So yeah, those are my words, guys. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video, guys. I know this is a huge way to ruin your weekend. Let's hope things change. Because as I said before, if the current way it stands, there's no way they're going to win anything. And it's so surprising that the club and the Bartomeu has done nothing to address this problem. And that's bad. That's bamboozling. Imagine not doing anything about this guy. Ernesto Valverde has been given so much time, and yet you're still thinking that he's a good manager, when clearly he isn't. No regular manager would ever go to it. Okay? It's definitely not normal to lose 2 Champions League embarrassingly when you had a huge lead in the first leg. Not normal.